Today we're making this super fun, oh so delicious, traditional Easter dessert. Is it a dessert? I don't know. Anyway, today we're making Pane de Pasqua. So pretty, look at it. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's so easy. So easy. You're never gonna buy it again. For a full copy of today's recipe, check us out on Facebook at Papa's Cucina or wait till the end of the video. So what we're waiting for, let's get started. Oh yeah. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take 1 cup of whole milk and heat it to between 110 and 120 degrees, or at 116. Perfect. So to the milk, we're going to add 1 packet or 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. So now we're just going to mix this all together, and we're going to set this aside and allow this the yeast to bloom for about 5-10 minutes. You're going to see it's going to have a nice 1-inch head on it. When it's like that, it's ready to use. All right, so next, in a medium-sized bowl, you're going to whisk together 2 large eggs, 1 cup of granulated sugar, the zest of 1 lemon, along with half a cup of melted and cooled unsalted butter. Make sure it's cooled because or else it'll cook the eggs. You don't want that. So now you're going to whisk this together so it's all nice and smooth. Next up, in your stand mixer with the hook attachment, can't see the hook attachment. There it is. You're going to have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. You don't want to use the bread flour for this one, as you actually want the bread to be a little bit more cakey than bready. But to this, we're going to add half a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to mix this till you feel confident that the salt is thoroughly mixed through. And once your yeast has bloomed, into the mixer it goes along with the egg mixture. And now you're going to run this, on a medium speed until you have a nice. The dough shouldn't be too sticky. It should be a little tacky, but not too sticky. So if it is a little too sticky, then add maybe like a tablespoon of flour at a time. All right, so now we're going to let this run for a couple minutes. Just like that. I ended up having to need a little bit more flour. I actually had to use about a cup, so I will reflect the recipe to adjust for that. So you need about 5 cups of flour. So now you're just going to knead this on the counter a couple times so you have a nice, smooth dough ball. And into a large bowl it goes with a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now you're going to cover this up tightly, and into a warm spot it's going to go till it doubles in size. So it's going to take about an hour or two, depending how cozy the temperature is for this. Should be around like 85 degrees. All right, so we'll see this in maybe an hour or two. All right, so the dough's been resting for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So I flatten. We're going to cut this equalish portions. Let's see, that seems about right. I think that's about right. All right, so now we're going to roll these out into 28-inch logs. Just like that. And now we're going to pinch our edges on the one side together. Get it nice and sealed up. Use a little water if you need to. And then we're going to braid it. So just how you normally would braid. Gotta make these stick. Maybe I need some water. All right, so now we're gonna braid this. Just like that, and then you're gonna form it into a ring. So make sure you try to get those edges again. If you need, use some water. And then onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. Now we're ready to start decorating. So here I have some eggs that I dyed earlier. All right, now we're just gonna rest these right on top. I'm using raw eggs because they're gonna cook in the oven. So you don't want like twice cooked eggs, right? So we're just going to you're going to gently push them in a little bit. You don't need to push them in too hard because the dough will rise up around it. All right, but look how pretty that is. All right, so we're going to cover this up and then let it proof for 1 more hour. All right, how fun is this? Love it. All right, so our Pane de Pasqua has been proofing for another hour. You can see the eggs kind of sunk in a little bit, which is nice, exactly how we wanted it. So it's ready for the oven, but we're going to do one more thing. So in this bowl, I mixed together 1 egg with 1 tablespoon of milk, whisked it all together. Now we're just going to brush this right on to our bread. It's going to make it nice, beautiful, and shiny. Oh, it's going to make it so pretty. It's actually going to help with the color. But just when you're brushing this on, you want to be careful not to get it on the egg itself because it may make the color bleed. So you don't want to do that. Just brush this on all around. And then we're going to top it with some fun, colorful sprinkles. I'm going to use some nonpareils, but you can use any kind you want. Just put this right on there. And look at that. Aren't those cute? Doesn't that look nice and festive? Oh my gosh, so fun. I love it. So now it's ready for the oven. So into a preheated 350-degree oven, it's going to go for just about 25-30 minutes. You'll see it's going to poof up nicely. It's going to be a beautiful golden brown. It's ready to go. If it's not golden brown, not ready to go. All right, but into the oven, it's going to go 350. So fun. Love it. And exactly 30 minutes later, we pulled it out of the oven. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous. So pretty. Look how poofy. So we're going to allow this to cool on the tray for about a half hour. Then we're going to take it off, put it on a cooling rack, and let it cool for 1 hour before we give it a try. Oh, but I can't wait. I can't wait. Buon appetito. This is awesome. It's moist, crispy on the outside, with little crunchy pearls. You get those strong hints of the lemon. You know, this tastes like a struffoli without the honey. It's so good. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. You have to try it. And if you do, let us know. Thank you so much for watching.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks.
Where's the honey? But first we need that drink. Oh yeah. All right, for today's Tropical Stone Sour. Oh yeah, now this makes 2 cocktails, or one really big one. Oh nice. All right, we're gonna start with 1.5 ounces of whiskey. 1.5 ounces peach schnapps. 1 ounce of amaretto. Half ounce of coconut rum. Do 1 ounce of mango juice. Half ounce of peach daiquiri mix. It's got a lot. 1 ounce of sour mix. And then just a splash of strawberry daiquiri mix. Pretty much for color. Alright, so now we're going to give it a good shaky. And we pour. Let's see. Oh, look how pretty that is. It's like springtime in a glass. Nice. Let's give it a try. Salute. Oh, that is so good. If you're like a whiskey sour fan, this has all the tropical flair that you don't find in a whiskey sour. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's sweet, it's sour, it's so smooth, yet you don't taste any of the booze. Not that there's a lot in there. So if you try this drink, let us know. If you tried that incredible Pane de Pasqua, let us know that too. Keep those suggestions coming. I love hearing from you guys. We'll see you again soon. Love you. Cheers.